When you think of IShowSpeed, you think chaos, barking, screaming, Ronaldo, maybe a firework accident or two. But here's the thing, people don't talk about enough. Speed's love life is just as wild as his streams. And trust me, for every girlfriend fans absolutely adored. There was another one that viewers just couldn't stand. Let's start with the Dream era, shall we? Dream, this was the girl who, at first, seemed like Speed's perfect match. On August 30th, 2021, they met on a blind date. Now, normally, people struggle to keep up with Speed's wild energy, but Dream matched it. I mean, she laughed, she barked back, she flirted hard. For a moment, everyone watching thought, wait, is Speed actually in love right now? The chemistry was undeniable. Clips of their date went viral. TikTok edits were everywhere, and the chat couldn't stop spamming W couple.
Yeah. W's in the chat.
For fans, it felt like Speed finally found someone who got him. But like everything with Speed, the good times didn't last long. By October, cracks started to show. Speed's mom, yes, his own mom, exposed him live on stream for sneaking multiple girls into the house. Imagine being Dream, seeing that in front of tens of thousands of viewers. She wasn't having it. Instead of apologizing, Speed laughed it off. Obviously, she didn't buy it. The trust was broken. The breakup, brutal. On stream, Dream walked away. Speed later admitted he cheated. The internet roasted him nonstop, calling him out for fumbling what looked like his best relationship. Fans were torn. Some clowned Speed, others sided with Dream. But one thing became clear, Dream left an impression. She quickly became one of the most loved girlfriends in Speed's history. To this day, fans still bring up her name whenever Speed talks about relationships. Next up, we have Ava. This one was drama from the very beginning. Yup, it all started with a blind date set up by none other than Aiden Ross. At first, it felt like a turning point for Speed. For once, he wasn't trolling, barking, or raging. He was calm. He was smiling like a kid who just discovered his first crush. On stream, he even thanked Aiden for introducing them, saying it felt like something special. For fans,
I love you so much, man. Thank you so much, bro. I really love you. Looking for females in LA, my nigga. So I'm happy as fuck, bro. And I really love you, bro, for putting me on in this shit. That's what I want to say beforehand. But I'm very happy, man.
it looked like Speed was finally opening up in a genuine way. But then out of nowhere, Ava revealed that she was trans. Now, Speed wasn't angry about who she was. That wasn't the issue. What upset him was the timing. He felt blindsided, like she kept it from him just for shock value. To Speed, it felt less like honesty and more like a setup for content. Even with that tension, the two kept streaming together. And that's when things got messy. Their streams were full of flirty energy, inside jokes, and moments that left fans confused. Was this real or just entertainment? Nobody could tell for sure. Then came the surprise confession. Speed admitted he actually caught feelings. Suddenly, the whole thing felt bigger. Fans began rooting for them, wondering if maybe, just maybe, Ava was going to be more than just another streamer collab. But years later, the truth came out, and it crushed that narrative. Ava openly admitted that the entire thing was fake. It wasn't romance, it wasn't real feelings, it was clout. She said it herself, the relationship was staged, built for content and attention. The fan base reacted instantly. Viewers who once spammed W couple in the chat turned on her completely. People felt Ava had used Speed, played with his emotions, and milked the community for views. The trust was gone, and Ava's reputation in the Speed universe dropped overnight. In the end, the Ava saga became one of the most infamous chapters in Speed's history. For him, it was real. For her, it was strategy. And that disconnect is why fans still call it one of his most toxic arcs, a story of clout winning over love. Let's flip over to the Chill Queen. When Speed visited Japan, he met Ninon. There was no drama, no agenda, just laid back, genuinely fun energy.
Guys, this is my date, guys. I rented her on the website.
Don't say that.
She wasn't starstruck or chasing clout. She just smiled and flowed. They grabbed ramen together, laughed at the camera, and the audience couldn't get enough. The chat was buzzing. This stream's a whole mood. Their chemistry felt real, not forced. This time there was zero drama. No messy breakups or cheating scandals. Just genuine connection captured live, and fans loved it. After that one stream, Ninon faded back into her life with no follow-up streams, no influencer clout hustle. She didn't become part of the narrative, she just existed for that beautiful, unclipped moment. Fans immediately crowned her one of the most beloved girlfriends ever, even though she wasn't officially a girlfriend. The shortest stops often leave the biggest impressions, although the term rented girlfriend surfaces in articles about this segment, explaining it's a known service in Japan where people hire companionship for events or streams. But Ninon wasn't portrayed as that. She felt far more authentic. And then came Herman. If Dream was tragedy and Ava was all about clout, then Hermione was straight up chaos. One of the peak moments was when Speed pressured her little sister on stream to choose who's better, Ronaldo or Messi. And she picked the wrong time, chose her side. Fans thought it was hilarious at first, but Herman definitely didn't laugh. It wasn't cute, it was disrespectful. You could feel the tension crackling through the chat. She would burst into Speed's streams like a tornado, instant energy, instant mess. One week they'd be joined at the hip, breaking up makeup calls, repeat, middle school drama, live on camera. If drama had a face, it was her. Then things got even messier. On stream, Herman accused Speed of cheating, but she didn't hold back either, admitting they were both acting like kids. Their relationship was an emotional ping-pong game. One hissy fit, one apology, rinse and repeat. Exhausting doesn't even begin to cover it. In the end, Hermione herself called the whole thing stupid. She didn't sugarcoat it. She called out the toxicity. And honestly, fans didn't argue. By that point, she had earned the title of one of the most hated, not for a single moment, but for the non-stop, exhausting chaos she brought. Now let's bring the sugar. Amy, the fan favorite, until the end. You see, it was out of nowhere. Amy came. This wasn't just another blind date. This felt real. Speed met her in South Korea, and instantly you could see it. The nerves, the smile, the way he asked for her number. The chat exploded. Fans loved her. Everyone thought, this could be it. This could be the one. For a while, Amy was Speed's most loved girlfriend. Fans spammed W Amy nonstop. But then, it all fell apart in the dumbest way possible. During a stream, Speed's barber kept teasing him about Amy. Speed started to spiral, calling Amy over and over, accusing her of ignoring him. When she finally answered, it turned into an argument. Amy wasn't playing along for content. She was genuinely frustrated. Things got heated, and on stream, Speed basically said, "This isn't gonna work out." Amy went live herself, throwing shade, and before long, his cameraman exposed that the whole thing might have been staged for clout. From fan favorite to drama disaster. Amy's story ended fast, but she'll always be remembered as the one that got away. Next up, we have Aaliyah. Speed hyped her up as his old high school crush, and fans thought this could finally be a wholesome, full-circle love story. But nope. On November 30th, 2023, everything exploded. Allegations of cheating came out, mixed with claims of assault, mixed with screenshots and lies. It was an absolute mess. Speed looked crushed. Fans didn't know who to believe. And what should have been a sweet story turned into one of the ugliest chapters in his love life. Definitely not loved. Definitely not remembered fondly. Finally, we have Vanessa. She first popped up during a FaceTime stream, and right away you could tell Speed was excited. She wasn't chaotic, she wasn't clout chasing, she was just normal. When she later joined a stream with Kai, she was shy but genuine, and for once, Speed looked like he had peace. Fans loved it. It felt like maybe, just maybe, this could be the balance he needed. No drama yet, no cheating scandals, just a breath of fresh air, but I guess that air might be getting a bit cloudy. You see, in January 2025, Speed was in Argentina celebrating his 20th birthday live, and Vanessa surprises him with cake, and fans eat it up. So far, it's cute, right? But then the drama starts. On March 1st, 2025, during Ramadan, Speed randomly announces that he already blocked her, meaning he cut contact to focus on the spiritual period. Fans were shook and divided. Some praised his commitment, others saw it as abrupt and confusing. Then in late June, things got even more chaotic. A fan posted an X thread, and guess what? It blew up to over 11 million views and 62,000 likes. Parasocial dynamics at peak level. Speed responded by blocking the fan. That was one of the messiest Twitter soaps ever. So let me ask, is this adorable couple energy now full-on drama? Fans are torn. Some say it's real love under pressure. Others say it's another streamer train wreck just waiting to be streamed. What do you think? Is Speed's relationship with Vanessa the real deal? Or another content arc heading for chaos? Let me know in the comments.